Raven and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we're at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd. And through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round? That's what I call a steal.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming. coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 15 carries, 73 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards of first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this one is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 43-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there. Prescott
on 3rd and 2. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Elliott, toss right, shrugs him off. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down.
That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The football back over to Baltimore, and J.K. Dobbins at his current pace sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
12-yard line.
He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Right at the
running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Prescott now on second down. That one complete. Elliott. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Complete.
A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Line to kick off for Dallas.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Jackson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Being chased out left. He's got a man, that's caught, left sideline.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
So we've hit halftime. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play.
Ravens 14.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Pass on target. Prescott to Cooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
The Cowboy first down.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And now after the play, Dak slow to get up. In fact, he's not getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
13 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. A 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time. And
he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This one complete to Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 16, Dalton. And this throw will be intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker Patrick Queen. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now a man in his 2nd season in purple and black. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. 2nd down and goal. Jackson, he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Justin Tucker.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
Now Dallas gets set to take the field. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it'll be second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Another carry tonight on the workhorse Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try to help against the run.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth-quarter tie. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
The 42-yard line.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And Andrews lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Jackson's pass complete. Fumble on the
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Dalton's pass.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Dalton. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith. 1-yard gain. Brings up
looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And he's got Snead. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff for Dobbins. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
35-yard line.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. To throw is Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. He goes underneath to Ingram, and he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Gain of 9.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So now the first OT throw coming for Dalton. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
24 yards.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Cowboy ball carrier.
Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Here's Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. 27. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins.